Hello friends, this is Rishabh. I'm back with yet another experiment with GPT, well GPT-4 to be more precise. Now, in the previous video, we tried generating an HTML page with the help of GPT-4, and to our surprise, we were able to generate a very good result. Let me see if I can show you again. It was 8080, yeah. So this was generated via ChatGPT, right? And today what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to generate landing page for an EdTech website. Why EdTech? Because EdTech is a booming industry, right? So there is almost always a need for generating a landing page for a new EdTech website. So today let's see what kind of response will GPT come with. So I'll try to be a little more specific as compared to the previous one which I did. So before I do that, let me see whether we can make some changes to this existing page only. So let's do a new chat and let's make it GPT-4, and here we go. Now, yeah, so this is just one more thing which I have added here. This was not present the last time we ran this experiment, so I'm saying try to be a little creative and add different colors to different sections, right? So let me just hit enter and let's see what it comes up with. So the magic has begun, as you can already see. So it has started generating the head section for the HTML page, and it seems to be using Bootstrap 4.5.2. So this is this can definitely be seen as a limitation, because current Bootstrap version, as you know, it is not the latest version, right? But given the fact that everyday advancements are going on these GPT models, and more and more, like as they are becoming more and more mainstream, a lot of new things are happening. So I don't see it as a bigger problem, because there can in very near future there can be a time when the GPT models will be trained on much more data. So currently, of course, they may have these limitations, but I really don't see this as a huge limitation, because this can easily be overcome, right? Okay, so as you can see, it has added different CSS for different sections. So the nav bar, the hero section, the email form, the ebook section, the footer, right? So different colors are being used just as we have instructed. I have just changed one line in the previous prompt. In the previous prompt, the output was this, right? And now let's see what is going to be the difference like in this new output. Let's see that. So yes, we are waiting for the code to complete. So some interesting small little mistakes are definitely here. Okay, so it stopped. Can I ask it to start from where it stopped? Can you start again from where you left? Let me ask this as a question. Okay, interesting. So this section is completed now. Okay. So yeah, let us just start copying the code. Let me just copy till here first, and let me just create, let's say, modified command V, and then we need to have this copy code and paste. I can fold this, then I can close my head, and I can close the head also. Then let's go to the body section. Let's copy till this. Let's try to copy till this nav. Yes. Oops. We did a small mess up here. Okay. We are not good with copy pasting. It's quite visible. Yeah. So here we go. And then the remaining portion till the nav. Okay, so now I can fold the nav, and here we go now with the next set of copy pasting. So the hero section is not having anything. That's quite interesting. Then we have the email form section. I can probably remove this. Then there is the ebook section, and now in the next one we have the footer, and there happens to be a script also. I'm not sure for what is that written. Okay, so this is then for the nav bar. Okay, I believe this must be for the drop down, I guess. Let's see. So script is done, then we are done with the body and HTML, right? So the only change we had in this was a single line. So we said ChatGPT, try to be a little creative and add different colors to different sections. Nothing much. Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back. Let's modify. Let's store this as modify.html. So okay, this is something I was doing some other experiments. Let me just close this one. Cool. Okay, so this is the one we had generated in the previous exercise or the experiment. Now let's see what is it that we have. Okay, so we have logo, link 1, link 2, the drop down, then the hero section, subscribe to our news channel, email address. Okay, 404 org, that's quite interesting. 404 ever on YouTube, very interesting. As you see that there are definitely some visible differences as compared to the last site. So the last one was this, right, and the one which we have this time is this. Okay, some differences are definitely there. So just by making small changes, we can actually have a better version. Let me check the drop down. The drop down is looking, I think, much better. As you can see, in the last one the drop downs were not quite visible, but this time they are. Cool. So now we are all set. Let us just go ahead and just create a new prompt. Let me start a new chat and let me change this to GPT-4. So let's just try to see whether we can generate the landing page for an edtech website with the help of GPT-4. I'm very excited to do this experiment. I hope you're also excited. And by the way, if that is the case, if you're liking these ChatGPT videos, I really request that you subscribe to this channel, you like the videos, and please share with your friends or anybody whom you think can benefit from these videos. Okay, so with that, we can now get started with our experiment. Hey GPT, you have to act like an expert, let's say 25 years old experience, 25 years experience, we can write something like this, HTML developer, and you have to generate the landing page for an edtech website. Okay, so first of all, let's do this. I'm not going to give any further prompt, and let's see what it comes up with, right? Again, as I mentioned, these are just random experiments, so we really don't need to be any specific here. So I'm just giving this very random prompt here, that you have to act like an expert, 25 years experienced HTML developer, and you have to generate the landing page for an edtech website. Very simple. Let's see what it comes up with, and I want you to give the HTML as output. Simple. Okay, so it has started to generate the HTML right away, which is good. And I have personally never met somebody who's 25 years experienced in HTML, because most of the people are not doing HTML for 25 years. I'm not sure, but yeah, so quite interesting. We have nav, then they have written home, then courses, about us, contact. That's quite interesting. Then we have welcome to edtech platform, learn from the best with our cutting edge online courses. Amazing. Then choose why choose edtech platform. Quite interesting. Then it has inserted some images as well. That is very nice. And that too in response to a very random message which I have written, that just act like 25 years old experienced, 25 years experienced, I would say, and generate the HTML. So this is really very nice. Cool. So now let me just start copy pasting this. Okay, let me just copy till here. Let's call this edtech. Okay, not here, I actually want it inside of this folder, edtech poc.html. I'm calling it POC because I had not given any specific instructions to my developer, my GPT developer. Cool, it is still generating the code. Let it first complete and then we will just copy. Okay, seems like some character limit is definitely there. Can you please start from where you left? Okay, yes, quite interestingly it started right from there. Okay, let me just copy the code and here we go. Yes, now let me do some code folding. Header, then the main section, then the footer. For the footer, okay, so it's still in process. Let us just wait for this to complete. info@edtechplatform.com. Very interesting, very interesting. 2023 Edtech platform, all rights reserved. This is very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and all the things are added. And now footer, body and HTML. Let me just close these. Command V, Command S. Awesome. Cool. So edtech poc.html. Let's see what the output is. So localhost 8080 edtech poc.html. This is very interesting, but for some reason I don't see that it has included. Okay, it's saying styles.css. That is interesting. Now this time if you notice, GPT-4 already knows that if somebody is 25 years experience, then they would be creating a separate style.css file. That's quite nice. Can you also generate the code for styles.css? Here is the basic CSS file for the HTML provided. You can customize the styles as needed. That's nice. I mean, having the basic one is not a problem at all. Anybody who wants to customize can customize, that's not a problem. But the capabilities are really amazing. You will be amazed when you will see it for the first time, because you will see the code getting generated automatically. That is very nice. Okay, so it is writing a good amount of CSS here, and okay, so now as we can see that imghero.jpg is also being loaded. Of course, we will not be having this file, but I think this is amazing. Okay, let's just wait for this to complete, and then I'm going to copy paste this code, and then we will see how exactly will this thing start to appear. And meanwhile, where exactly is it loading from? Styles.css, which means we can create a new file, styles.css, and we can take the code from here, which it is still generating. So I'll just wait for it to complete. Yep, it has already reached the footer section. Okay, I think it has stopped. Can you please start from where you left? Okay, nice. So meanwhile, I think we can copy this and see the intermediate result. Control V, here we go. I mean Command V for the Mac users. Let me just add this. Yeah. So now if we go and see the Edtech platform, wow, this is beautiful. So we have home, we have courses, we have about us, we have contact. Welcome to Edtech platform, learn from the best with our cutting edge online courses, browse courses, and this will look more beautiful when there is the background image, which I don't think we'll be having. So why choose Edtech platform? Quality content, interactive learning, flexible schedule. Then we have the popular courses, course 1, course 2, course 3. And I think if we provide enough context, it will be able to insert the names which we provided, right? Awesome. Now, okay, this is the rest of the CSS code. Okay, that's fine. Now let me just copy from here till the end of the document. Yeah. Let's see what is left for us to see now. So here we go, refresh. Yeah. So the footer is looking good. The content is also looking good. As you can see that all this code is generated by this programmer called as GPT-4. That is quite interesting, right? Okay, so let me now ask it one more thing. Now is the time that we start asking it some more serious questions. Can you generate React components corresponding to the above HTML? Now let's say you are not a HTML guy. You are somebody who loves to write React. So my question to GPT is, can you generate JSX for React developers? So let's see what the answer is. Can you generate React components corresponding to the above HTML? And we hit enter. Sure, here are the React components based on the HTML provided. You can create separate files for each component to keep them in a single file as needed. So here is the app.js. Now if you happen to be a React developer, well, you can see that all the components are being generated. As you can see that it has actually created different components. So header is different, hero is different, features are different, popular courses are different, footer is different. So even if you are a React developer, you can generate the HTML, then you can ask GPT to break that HTML into different components. Or what you can do is you can also straight away ask it to generate React components, and it will generate the React components for you. And this is really amazing. So yes, we are actually going towards the time when we may not need to write HTML all by hands, and we can start taking the help of GPT in order to generate the HTML for us. Now, what are the things which are still left for us based on what we have observed so far? Well, we will still need to tell GPT what exactly needs to be generated. So it's like we will tell it that, hey, generate this kind of layout or that kind of layout. All such seeds will have to go from our side, but the code part can be done. So it's like we still have some thinking to do, we still have some creativity to bring, but a lot of code can be written by ChatGPT, right? Can you please continue from where you left? So yes, it can nicely do a lot of stuff. So I really don't have a React application built for now, but these components are definitely correct. So I mean, React components are nothing but some functions, right, which are going to return the JSX or the HTML, right? And this is done quite nicely in a very clean fashion. So yes, which means GPT is capable of generating the React components as well. Now comes the next question. So I'll just stop generating, right? Now comes the next question. The next question is, can you generate? Now let's say you are not a React developer, but you are a Django developer, right? Can you generate the Django template for the above HTML? That's the question. Also, I'm going to add a few more lines. So let me just do one thing. Let me make some of the things dynamic, right? Now, what is it that we can make dynamic? Okay. All the headings will be loaded dynamically. They will be provided by the Django code when this template is rendered. Awesome. Let's see what it comes up with. Certainly, here is the Django template based on the HTML provided. The headings and other dynamic content have been replaced with Django template tags. That's interesting. You will need to pass the necessary context data from your Django views when rendering this template. So this is the base HTML, as you can see. Seems like what it's going to do is it's going to make this so there's a base. I believe it's going to inherit from this base while creating other pages, which is very nice. So as you can see, the title of the page will be coming from Django, which is very nice. This is what a template is expected to do. I believe all the Django developers would know that. Hero title, hero subtitle, so all these things will come dynamically. You can send these things from your database using Django. Then for feature and features, feature.title, feature.description, this is really good stuff. And then we have the popular courses title. And for course and popular courses, like the popular course section has completely been made dynamic by GPT-4. So we have explored 3 things and we have seen some amazing results here. So the first thing which we explored, well, we asked ChatGPT to generate randomly the home page or the landing page for the Edtech website. Okay, a small technical correction here. Home page, landing page are different pages, but I just use them interchangeably here because for this experiment it's not that much relevant. Okay, and the second thing which we did was we converted the HTML to React templates or React components to be accurate. And in the third experiment, or in the third section of this experiment, what we did was we asked ChatGPT to create a Django template using the Django templating language, and it has done that for us. So what do you think is the moral of the story? Well, we have done 3 or 4 HTML experiments, and as we can observe that the more precise we are, the precise the output which we are going to get. So the precise the input which is going from our side, and precise the output. And the conclusion seems to be very clear that if we are going to give good enough instructions to ChatGPT or GPT-4, then it can definitely generate good HTML with good styling. I mean, we can actually get rid of all the problems which are related to, let's say, HTML and CSS. Now, what is it that we have not yet observed? So far we have not added any event handling. If you can see, we have not created any complex application so far, and we have not added any complex styles also, to be honest, because these have been very simple styles only. So we have not done anything very advanced as such, but still the results are very good. So I would say that these experiments have actually made it very clear that GPT-4 is very promising when it comes to developer productivity. Any HTML designer using GPT-4 is going to be at least 10-20x more productive versus those who are not doing. And this reminds me of that popular quote which is going around on LinkedIn these days, that it's not AI which is going to replace programmers, it's somebody who's using AI. So and this is quite evident, like from the experiments which we have conducted. So with this, I think I would like to conclude this video here itself, and in the upcoming videos we'll be conducting more experiments with GPT-4. We'll be playing around a lot more with GPT-4, and of course I encourage you to go ahead and check how exactly GPT-4 can help you to enhance your own productivity. So with this, I'll take your leave and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye and take care.